This is a small musical challenge that you can join in on even if you haven't seen any of the previous videos. This is a great place to start. By the end of today's video, you will be playing in the key of A minor, a beautiful chord progression, and today we're going to add another chord to give you even more variety, so you can learn to be playing like this. Every single time you sit at the piano, it's going to be a musical win for you. Come over to the piano, I can't wait to show you how this goes. Today we're starting in the key of A minor, which is found between A and A, any of the A's here. And if you play the scale, I always begin every single video with playing the scale. And that just kind of sets our ears to where we're going today. So I like to do that in all the videos. You can do it with one finger, just like this, in either hand that you want, or both hands, which I think is also great. So what this means in playing in the key of A minor is simply that you get to play any white notes on the piano. They're going to sound good with your chord progression. And today what we're going to do is we're going to simplify the right hand a little bit so that we can focus on some rhythms and some coordination in the left hand. So I'm going to show you the root position chords first, because today I'm going to be adding another chord to the progression that we've been doing. Now, if this is your first video, welcome. You don't have to go back and watch any of the previous ones, but you can if you want to break this down even more. So we're going to start with a one chord, and this is an A, C, and E in the left hand. And then we're going to go to our F chord. So this has an A and a C. We're just going to go down here to the F. So we have F, A, and C. Then we're going to go down to a C major. I'll take this one here on the bottom, which is C, E, and G. And then I'm going to add one more chord today, which is a G major. And this starts here. So this one's going to be a G, B, D. That is our leading chord, which is our seventh chord, and then we're going to go to our A minor again. So let's look at that really quickly. One more time. We have A minor, F major, C major, our new one G major, and then A minor. And now that we have our root position chords, or these stacked chords like this, I'm going to show you the representative version, which today we're going to be using 3 notes. And that is found by using an octave, which is the note to the note, so A to A. And then there's the fifth, which is the E. Let me show you where that comes from. So in our original chord, we see the A, C, and E. So if we start on A and we go up 3, 1, 2, 3, that's our third. And then if we start on A and go up 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, that's our fifth. Putting them all together, it makes our chord. And so this one, we're dropping the third and we're putting this fifth, or that E, in the middle. So let's look at all of our representative chords here. We've got A with E in the middle, F with C in the middle. I'm going to take this C just because that's a little bit easier to see. We have C with G in the middle. And then we're going to take this G, and that is G with D in the middle. And then we're back to A with E in the middle. So what I want you to get used to doing is playing them, first of all, understanding where your hand is going, but then we're going to start arpeggiating them. And we're going to go from the bottom to the top and the top to the bottom. So let's go through these really quickly. And then come back down for each one to the F, to C, to G, and then to our A again. So the good news is that in our left hand, you've just learned what we're going to do. The only thing that we have to change is a little bit of the rhythm. But before we talk about the rhythm, let's get our right hand involved. So our right hand has lots and lots of different options. But what we're going to do today is we're going to simplify the right hand so that we can focus on some of the different rhythms in our left hand. So we're going to go back to when we first began improvising in the key of A minor, and we had a 5-finger position over here. That simply means that each finger is on a note. So we have A, B, C, D, and E. And I just want you to go through each of those. Make sure your fingers are nice and relaxed. And that is where our notes are going to be for the right hand today. Now, once we have this 5-finger position, you can keep it there, or you can kind of move it a little bit to the left and the right. But I don't want you to have to worry about right now doing the entire scale, which is what we've done in the past. The other thing that we have done, which you can also try by checking out this video, is looking at the different chords in the right hand, echoing them in the right hand. And that's another way that you can do your right hand. But for today, what I want you to do is to pick out several patterns that you're going to repeat over and over again. Now, I'm not going to give you those patterns, but you get to use your creativity and figure out what those patterns are going to be. So it can be something like this. Like that, and then you repeat it. Or, okay, so that was one pattern or something else. I'll just do one more to show you what this could sound like. And then do that again. So it can be one note at a time, or it can be something totally different. So once you figure out a pattern for your right hand, we're going to put this together with our arpeggio up and then coming back down. So let's try getting our hands together right away. So I'm going to do a really, really easy pattern where we're going to go. That's it. We're going A, C, D, C, and we're doing that over and over again because we're getting used to the movement of our left hand. So let's try this together. Now, this is kind of going to sound like an exercise at first, but it will sound more musical when we get more rhythm involved and things like that. Let's try this. And then we switch our chord. Switch our chord. Okay, so you understand that the right hand isn't doing very much, it's repeating, but it's your left hand that's moving. Now that you understand what your left hand and your right hand are going to do, I'm going to give you a rhythmic pattern for the left hand. So our pattern in our left hand is going to go like this. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and then we're going to move chords. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So it'll sound like this. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Just take a little pause and breathe for a minute. How are you doing? Let me know in the comments below if this is a little bit much or if you're finding this a good pace. Also, if you've learned something from this video and want to support me in a really free way, all you have to do is click the like button. If you do that and leave me a comment, those things are going to help me out tremendously. Let's keep going back to the piano. Now let's make up a pattern in our right hand. And we're going to put it together with this little pattern. All right, so our right hand is going to be making eighth notes. Let's do 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and over and again, okay? And we're going to slowly put this together. So did you hear how those eighth notes fit in with those eighth notes in the left hand? If that's too much for you to do eighth notes over here, you don't have to do that. You can do something a little bit easier like 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. Let's hear how that sounds. Now, this may seem simple compared to some of the other videos that I have done. However, it's really important to get this pattern because this pattern of 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and really fills in sound gaps, and that's what we're trying to do. So a lot of times when people are improvising, they don't actually think of the rhythms in the left hand. They're just simply filling in gaps. But until you learn that skill, it's nice to have an actual rhythmic pattern over here that you can use. So the only other part of this is that now, instead of always going up and then coming down, I want you to think of all three of these notes that you have, your A and then your E in between or your fifth in between for each of the chords. I want you to think of them as your individual choices. That means that you always don't have to go up and then come down. It could be something like this. If you think of those notes as each of your individual choices, then it becomes less strict, where you can then become free. So let's try this out now, where we have our left hand pattern and our easy right hand, just to get this pattern in our left hand. And then if you want to go back and try to do it with chords and such in the right hand, you absolutely can do that. But for now, we're doing easy right hand. Let's put this all together and see what our little song can sound like. Now you also will see in this example that sometimes I will go below. Here's our little 5-finger position. Sometimes I will go just a few notes below or a few notes above, but really I'm staying in one area with my right hand. And the cool thing is that it sounds like a beautiful song, even though it is so simple. Don't you love how easy, repeatable patterns in the right hand can help you focus on your left hand and learning how to get some more variety in your left hand? That's what I love about it. Adding this extra chord just makes it so beautiful. If you're really loving playing in the key of A minor but want to try a different chord progression, go ahead and check out this video. I think it's a great place to go next. Make sure that you're tuning in on Tuesdays and Fridays to continue on in this challenge, and I'll see you then.